Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Can't believe it. Season 4 already. This is season 4, episode 1. Pick up the mic. And as you know, we love to bring new and insightful topics every season, but also we get to hear great information, great facts, and highlighting great support services from our guest speakers. And we've got a great guest speaker for you today. Our guest speaker for today is Shanice, but in typical fashion, I say that I don't want to bore you with the details about them. You'd probably rather hear from them themselves. So Shanice, I'm going to pass over to you. Could you just please introduce yourself and just tell us a bit more about you?
Hi, my name is Shanice and I am 22 years old. So I'm currently studying at Brunel University, Global Challenges, and I'm actually on the pathway of social cohesion. And I also work part-time at Harrods. I've just recently come to the end of my enterprise project, which is a project that I have been doing for my final year. And it basically requires me to work with an organization, solve a problem that they have. And I would say before I started this project, I was still like very shy, very timid, always quiet and like stuff like that. But since doing that, I've really had to come out of my comfort zone and put forward my own ideas and start just putting myself out there in general. And I feel like I've just found some confidence in myself that I've grown to love along the way.
Wow, that's great. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more about your project later on. And we're very excited to hear about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to have you on because last season we had one of your lecturers, Mandek, on, and she definitely highlighted the amazing stuff that Global Challenges do. And we're lucky enough, but unfortunately she's not here today. But one of our members of our team, Yashika, is a Global Challenges graduate as well. So it's great to. I know a lot about the great work that you guys do. I know especially our listeners most likely have heard some of the great work that you guys do. So yeah, we're looking forward to finding out a bit more about not only your project, but a bit more about you as well. And essentially, you talked about, that you study global challenges, and that's great. And I guess, to highlight, it was highlighted in Mandek's episode, and the link to that will be in the description. But global challenges has many different pathways. But I guess sort of like a two-part for a first question. I know we're sort of putting you on the spotlight, but essentially, we want to know what motivated you to study global challenges, and then I guess a bit of an add-on is what motivated you to specifically go down the social cohesion pathway?
So to be honest with you, when I first started uni, I did law. And then it got to, I would say, so within the first 2 weeks, I wanted to change it because I was like, I don't really feel like I like it or I want to do it or anything like that. But I was told that it was a bit too late. So I was kind of like, I'll just continue with it or whatever. But then going along time, I just really wasn't that much into it. And I was like, I really don't want to do it, but I'm forcing myself to do it because I couldn't change it and stuff like that. So then I think it got up to February, was it March? One of those. And I was just like, I really don't want to do it at all. And I spoke to a few of my flatmates at the time, and I was just telling them stuff that I like. So I was like, I'm really into challenges to do with the people and society. When I was in school, I did geography, and one part we focused on was the human population, but also how richer countries would stay rich because of certain things that poor countries couldn't do. And then the rich countries would purposely put these poor countries at this certain stage for a certain reason so that they're always dependent upon them. But I was to my geography teacher, but if maybe we didn't have debt or didn't have this or that, then maybe we could all work together and be on the same level. But obviously she was just but there's a reason why and stuff like that. So when I was telling them about this, that's when I came across this degree in general, where he was to me, I'll go have a meeting with Mary, who's the module leader. And so I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to find out about this course and see what it is. And then the more I like kind of just did research around the course in general, the more I started to like, oh yeah, this is for me, definitely for me. And the social cohesion part, which is obviously mostly focusing on society, was like more for me. But I always took it as a sign that maybe the first time when I tried to change it and they said that I couldn't was a no, because I was going to do something completely different to what I'm doing now. And as soon as I was told about this course, I just knew it was right for me straight away, basically.
No, that's amazing, and it's great to see that you followed your passion. That's one of the things we love to highlight on the podcast is always follow your passion, even if it doesn't make sense to the world. It's all about doing what makes you happy at the end of the day. And yeah, it's great to see that like while I was listening, I was just like, this is amazing. You're going down the law route, and then you're just like, no, this isn't.
I was really hesitant at first to change it, because I was like, oh my God, that means I'm gonna have to like do first year again, or like this and that. And I was like, I don't even know if like my parents will be happy with me doing first year again. But like, I couldn't stick with something that I genuinely didn't like. And I knew going into it that I wasn't going to pursue anything with law. Like, I just picked it because obviously with law, like you could get into anything basically. And I just thought it might be like the easier option. But doing that first year, I literally only enjoyed one module, which was like the criminal part of it. But everything else I did not like. And I was just like, no, this isn't for me.
No, that's the thing though. It's even like when you, I guess, and it's great that you highlighted that, because that's one of the things that my parents, especially when it came to picking not only like dissertation topics, but also when it came to like picking what I wanted to study at uni, they said the same thing of, at the end of the day, like they were just like, especially when it hits third year, you'll be having all these like deadlines and you've got stuff to do for your dissertation, you're thinking about what's next. And they were just like, at the end of the day, if you feel like doing a particular course, you're just going to sit there and you're just going to be like, you know what, I genuinely don't like this. They said it's better that, at the, as early as possible, you say, actually, this isn't the path for me, I want to do something else. Then you essentially, like you said, like imagine if you'd done law and then you got out of it and you're just like, I actually don't like law. It's so true. And it's great. Like I said, it's great to see that you found your passion. You're doing amazing work with Global Challenges.